this and that. Wrestle this and that. I'm Brother Reed with Brother Don Juan who wrestle this and that. Wrestle this and that. We talk about wrestling, it's a fact. I'm Brother Reed with Brother Don Juan who wrestle this and that.
We're back with another raw recap of Wrestle, This and That. I'm your host, Brother Reek, and this is my co-host,
Brother Don Juan.
No doubt, Don. We kick it off Raw, man. Raw was pretty good this Monday.
I enjoyed Raw a lot this week.
It was wasn't 100% fabulous, but there was some hiccups in it. But other than that, the ending was pretty good, sending us off to the Royal Rumble. What may or may not happen.
Yeah. One of the best parts is we got a card now.
Yes, we got a card, and we're going to run that down later. And then, of course, Friday we're going to do our predictions and whatnot, you know. So,
oh, yeah.
Ready to kick it off?
Ready to kick it off.
Well, unfortunately, man, we're going to have to say this. Kansas City didn't go all the way, unfortunately.
No, they
didn't. Chiefs and the Seahawks, they didn't make it. Those were two of the teams that you wanted to make it to the Super Bowl, but unfortunately, it just wasn't their year this year.
Neither one of them will be there. They both came up 7 points short.
That's all. But that's all right. Good ride for the Kansas City Chiefs. Good ride. Hey, Raw opens up with Roman Reigns. He comes out to the ring, and he wants Brock Lesnar. He said, hey, I want to finish what Brock Lesnar started, basically, and I'll come, as we say, Chubby Jericho.
He came out and was all excited about his huge highlight reel with the Beast.
Yeah, he has he wanted it to be the biggest edition of the highlight reel. And he asked Roman Reigns, he invited Roman Reigns, said, Roman, do you want to come down and join us? And, of course, Roman Reigns accepts.
Roman says, yeah, if it means that Brock's going to be there, he'll be there.
Let's get it on. But unfortunately, a crowd crasher, the League of Nations comes in, and Sheamus basically is telling Jericho that, Jericho basically tells Sheamus basically that, sorry about that, that was technical difficulties.
It happened.
Yeah, sometimes, my earpieces mess it all up or whatnot, But he said, unfortunately, you didn't get Brock Lesnar, but you got the Ayatollah of rock and roller.
Right.
We got that in 1999, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jericho is not, he's not fitting the bill now. It just seems like he is old. He's overrated right now, and he is not saving anything in my aspect. What about you?
Crowd really likes him, and
why.
But he is giving us the same stuff that he gave us a long time ago. So,
well, anyway, Jericho tells Sheamus that he looks stupid, okay, and that he would have Sheamus on the show, but Sheamus was not entertaining.
Yeah, so he said he would have Sheamus's mohawk on there.
Hey, so might as well.
How stupid he looks.
But his mohawk looked nice. He had it all spiked up and whatnot. I would have mine spiked up, but, it's just not that time of the year yet. Anyway, Alberto Del Rio comes out, and basically he says that he's a compero, whatever that means.
Yeah, he's a competitor.
Yeah, he's a competitor.
And he's won the biggest Royal Rumble that they've had to date.
He did. He 40-man Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, Jericho tells him that Del Rio means jackass in Spanish.
Yep.
And I tried to look that up, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, because I
couldn't get it. But the smartest guy of the group, Rusev, he decided to say just something, and basically it was nothing because no one really understood what he was talking about. Even I didn't, to be honest with you.
No, the only time I understand Rusev is when he's like, "You stupid American, listen."
And there's some of them out there, but we ain't going to start naming no names. Anyway, Reigns said, hey, he's going to meet Brock Lesnar later on tonight. Why don't Rusev come down and get some?
Yeah, he says, I got no plans up until it's time for Roman Reigns. So
what is he getting, though? He gets some what? Candy or something, I know what he got.
Rusev came down the ring, and
that was our first match, Roman Reigns versus Rusev. The match would have been good, Don, but you had
Jericho as a special guest referee.
Yeah, Jericho as a special guest referee. Jericho said he wanted to be there to even the odds and make it even. But, Jericho was still in the spotlight, man. He was flipping around with the little fat belly of his. and his annoying finger pointing.
Doing cartwheels, and he barely could get
He barely could
over
get.
on.
I mean, it was just to me, it was taken away from the match because you and I both know that Roman Reigns and Rusev could put on a great match together, and he just totally took away from the match to me. That's what I meant by overrated. He wanted to steal a show. He needs to get in clothes that fits him, and maybe people really start enjoying him. But overall,
slow counting. I mean,
very slow. I thought it was Vince McMahon at first.
I thought. I don't even know what I thought. It was like 1, 2.
Yeah, that was the Jericho slow count. But overall, Roman Reigns was going to go for a super punch in the corner. Sheamus pulls him out, throw him into the barricade, and then that's when the finger pointing and the throwing and eliminating these guys from League Nations out.
He throws Sheamus out first.
Yeah, get out of here.
Then he tells Barrett's like, "You didn't even see nothing. You didn't see nothing."
How you gonna
So
say
Barrett,
something?
of course, he's gone. Del Rio talking to him.
You about to cough up a lung, wasn't he? He was all veiny in the face.
And so he gets tossed out. And Rusev turns around, notices he has nobody there, gets hit. Superman punch.
Not only what ended was Roman Reigns hitting him with a Superman punch and the Spirit to get the win. Winner is Roman Reigns. Overall, what do you think about that match, and where is it? You think it may be heading into the Royal Rumble?
I think that they're going to give a push to the League of Nations to be there around for a while. And, Roman will be around almost to the very end, if not the end.
I think they could be a little more ruthless. I think the more ruthless one you would think would be Rusev, but it looked like they're going toward Del Rio and Sheamus, which is okay. Two good people to pick. Second match, it was a kind of a quick match if you ask me, but it was Brie Bella with Alicia Fox taking on the returning Natalya and Paige, which both ladies look real good.
Yeah, it actually was kind of weird because the last take that we had, Paige was quote unquote the one who jumped Natalya.
Yeah, they became friends real quick, didn't they?
Right.
They don't do that to me again, please.
But remember, they also kind of made it look like Team Bad was the one who jumped Natalya at the end of it. So like it looked like they just placed somebody on Paige. So Natalya brings out Paige. It's the first time we've seen Paige like normal clothes, not goth out.
Probably maybe 3-4 weeks or whatnot. But
they did look great. Natalya looked great.
She
in the
did.
ring,
They both look great. And Natalya looked like if I should say, looked like she lost a little weight. Also, she looked real good in that suit.
And that match was pretty much to promote the Divas show, which starts tonight on E. And
thank God.
After the sharpshooter, Brie taps out, and Natalya gets a big win. Welcome back.
Yeah, Natalya gets a big win. She get a couple of kicks in the chest, and after that, like you said, she put in a sharpshooter and she gets the win. But now I'm interested in our third match. Third match is the Wyatt family taking on the Dudleys with Ryback. Ryback want to help everybody, don't he?
He does.
He wants social outcast. I help you out, and I helped out the Dudleys and whatnot, and he still don't get a win. But overall, WWE is building this Wyatt family team up tremendously to look unstoppable and to be unstoppable. And I think they're on the right path if they just don't let them lose again.
Right. I thought that it was, since the Wyatts are going to be one of the people that you build up for the Royal Rumble, it was nice to see them come back after losing the tables match to Dudley. And they pretty much control the match.
Basically, definitely. And they basically control the match. And Strowman stands outside and he gives Ryback a stare down, but Bray Wyatt comes in and he knocked the living crap out of him from the back.
And then in the ring, you had the man Luke Harper.
Oh, the man who I think is running, if you ask me, is running the Wyatt family. He put a nice, huge discus lariat punch clothesline on Bubba and just takes him right out of his boots to get the win.
And gets the win.
And so the winners is the Wyatts, and their star still shining bright, if you ask me. Our fourth match was uncalled for.
Yeah.
But it was there anyway. They had the Big Show taking on Heath Slater, which is one of the team members of the Social Outcast. Like I reported last week, unfortunately, I think this is just a comedy gimmick group, if you ask me. Because nobody know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to snatch the mic and say something stupid.
Don't know if they want to push this, if they don't want to push it.
Don't look it.
I mean, it just looked absolutely terrible. The Big Show just knocks out Heath Slater.
Oh, knock him out stupid.
Then he knocks out everybody. And then the last one's Bo. He does his victory lap. He's like, I got away. And then Poppy got knocked out too.
Funny segment with Bo Dallas.
Only thing that right now I like about the Social Outcasts is I like their music and they got T-shirts. That's it.
That's about it. Next we have Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. They coming out to choose who would be the first entry in the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, 3 times of pulling, it came up Roman Reigns. Can you say setup?
Yeah, I bet if they would have pulled every ball out of there,
it would have been Roman Reigns. So definitely a setup.
So they've been saying it's one versus all, and now with Roman being one, it will undoubtedly be one versus all.
And we'll get down to that down the road, but I think that's gonna be great for a Royal Rumble. After that, we had our 5th match with Tamina, with Naomi taking on Becky, with Ric Flair and Charlotte at ringside. I say that was a good match. No interference from Tamina. From Naomi, which is good. And Becky basically controlled the match and whatnot, and got a good win with the disarm off the second rope with a flip. I've never seen that.
Yeah, that was so awesome.
It seemed like every week she's coming up with a different way of clamping on, and that was a great way of clamping on. And she got the real big win.
About one of the main things I noticed was that Team Bad had new music.
Unfortunately.
And we knew that Sasha was injured, but sometimes injured stars still make appearances, and I was looking for her to come down the ramp, and I didn't see her. It kind of took away from Team Bad.
Like I said, unfortunately, hopefully next month we get a glimpse of our beautiful. But what happened after? What happened after the match?
Becky decides that she's all about this title match, but she needs Charlotte to accept it. Charlotte's shaking her head, no, she's not going to. So Becky starts throwing together a bunch of Ric Flair slogans.
Yeah, berating them. And,
I wish I would have remembered them, but
there was wasn't really that much to remember. What really teed Ric Flair off is when he said, "What would your Hall of Fame buddies would think of you?" And that kind of like ticked Rick off.
And then she said,
"What's up?"
She also said, if unless that you became coward.
And they are,
and so Rick says, "You got it." And
didn't check with Charlotte, did he?
Didn't, and Charlotte
looked like what the
pretty upset the fact that the match was going to happen. So at Royal Rumble, Becky gets an opportunity to become the Divas champion yet again.
All right, our 6th match heading in was an odd pairing between Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, and Kalisto taking on Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus. I didn't think that this would work, but it actually worked, and they put on a great match last night. We saw Ambrose tagging Kalisto, who hits a De La Soul on Sheamus, and you thought that he would get the win, but Del Rio breaks it up or whatnot, And also outside, you saw Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was outside.
Commentating.
He was, and I think he was more berating than commentating.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into it, but I just think it was what he did was wrong. But whatever, we're just going to move on. He distracts Ambrose outside the ring, and Alberto put a nice ensiguri kick right in the face of Ambrose and took him down. And that was
off of the announcer's table.
Yes, and that was enough distraction for Sheamus to get ready to get put into his second De La Soul from Kalisto. But
Sheamus overpowers it,
and reverses it, and he gets
hammers the bro kick on it. And so it's been a while since you've seen Dean Ambrose lose anything, really. So just another way of, like I said, building up the League of Nations as they get ready to head into Royal Rumble, which you got factions all running Royal Rumble right now and stuff. So, but
who's going to turn on who? That's the question.
But it was a good match. Everybody performed well, and it made for an interesting pairing on both parts.
But it worked out
really
well. It did work. Well, you got 2 of the great entertainers out there, so it definitely worked in pairing those guys up. Unfortunately, we have a sad part of the segment. The New Day had a funeral for Francesca, the trombone. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, it
almost made me cry.
Yeah, waste
of time.
Yeah, to me it was like a waste of time. Like it. Lately, they've been taking away from what the New Day was building with their promos, and this one I wasn't feeling it.
Thanks to Jericho,
just kind of dumb.
Eventually, that set up a match with Jay Uso and Big E, and through the whole match, the match was good. Like I said, these guys put on great matches, whether it's single or tag team. But you saw Big E do a spear through the ropes, and man, he really hit that butt hard, didn't he? Yeah. Looked like it broke his spinal cord, if you ask me. But he hit pretty hard. But Jay dives off the top rope onto Big E, And Uso takes out Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, which distracted Jey Uso, who comes up on a bad ending with the big ending from Big E, and Big E, he gets the win.
Again, like the match, I just wish they'd bring the trombone back, actually, because
that's not saying it's the end of it. I mean, I understand.
Well, right, but I'm just saying.
I hope not, as you said.
I'm saying right now, I mean, like, winning a match for a trombone is kind of, and every move that they did, he's like, that's for Francesca, that's for Francesca. So I don't know, like, I don't like what they're doing with the New Day after they built them up quite a bit because of how funny their skits were. This one just doesn't work for me. So,
well, that's a possibility. Maybe the reason that they turned them down is because it seems like there is going to be a tag team championship at the Royal Rumble, and it's a possibility they may lose. But we don't know. We'll find out at the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, we had the Social Outcast on earlier during the part of the Raw. We should have had the part 2 Social Outcast, because you had Neville's Ruth, Titus O'Neil, and Mark Henry versus the Ascensions, Tyler Breeze, and Stardust. I don't understand. You got 5 NXT call-ups, and this is what you do to them. You put them in matches like this. They were blotching spots and whatnot. I didn't too much care about this match, even though that the winners was Neville's R-Truth, Titus O'Neil, and Mark Henry. But I just think this was a fill-in for time.
The main thing that I took away from this match was that they have no interest in doing anything with Tyler Breeze, obviously, because he got in the ring at the very end, and I don't think he got a single move off, honestly.
Well, he got a super kick onto R-Truth as soon as he got tagged in, but after that, it was over. Yeah. After that, there's just no good showing for him anymore.
Neville was very dominant, and Neville is the guy that they should push out of all those guys, but it was an interesting pairing, to say the least. And
that's you give him a good showing last week and a week before, and this is what you do to him this week. Hey, we don't have anything for you. Well, let's just throw you in with the rest of these guys who's going nowhere either. So I didn't too much care for.
So Neville gets the red arrow on Tyler Breeze of all the people. I mean, they could have.
Mark Henry, getting ready to retire. Mark Henry, put it on him or something.
Well, they tried to. They tried to. Titus O'Neil tried to throw Breeze right on top of Mark Henry, but he didn't catch him, and
that was the black spot.
Picked him up, and then
Butterfinger Henry.
So there it is. Like I said, the match not really needed as far as I'm concerned. I mean, could have just done 1-on-1.
Well, I'm gonna make you happy, because we're getting ready to go into our Chris Jericho highlight reel last event, if you want to call it. Basically, Heyman comes out, and Heyman's knows that Lesnar isn't interested in Jericho, that he just wants Roman Reigns. And, of course, you had Jericho talking crap about his chances of winning the Royal Rumble is slightly, and that's probably what Heyman and Lesnar is mad about. But Brock Lesnar comes out, Roman Reigns comes out. As soon as Brock Lesnar get in, he gets speared and plummeted. What happens after that?
The League of Nations come in.
Yes, they do.
And they start trying to assert their dominance.
And they did. And
but then Brock overpowers everybody.
Oh, he does. He how many? He gave 2 back superlegs to Rusev and Alberto. What did he give Sheamus? He gave Sheamus.
Sheamus got the F5.
Yes, he did.
And right when Brock was getting ready to pose, he got hit with a second spear.
Oh, man, yes, he did.
And right when he went down, and Rowan mounted him and started throwing some punches on top of him at the spear.
Lights out.
The lights go out.
And my favorite family comes out.
And the Wyatts come out, and they surround the ring, and they immediately attack Roman first.
And basically he gets the Sister Abigail and get taken out real quickly, and they iron Brock Lesnar over in the corner, who's getting up weak and whatnot, and did not the star of Wyatt family, Harper, put a nice boot to the face to Brock Lesnar. They basically owned Brock Lesnar last night. Not only did he get that, he got a back kick by Rowan, and then of course the Sister Abigail.
He got a Sister Abigail as well, and Bray Wyatt said the Royal Rumble is his,
and from what it looks like,
it may be good possibility.
It may be true.
So a nice, powerful way to put a statement into us that the Wyatts are legit by having them take out the champ and the Beast.
Well, it ended up pretty good, like you said, and we're glad it ended that way. And that's sending us off to the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, everybody's going to watch it. And we did find out some matches, and we'll
just go through them real quick.
Yeah, real matches. United States champion Alberto Del Rio is going to take on Kalisto. Divas champion Charlotte will take on Becky Lynch.
The Intercontinental Championship match as we found on SmackDown last week. Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and the Last Man Standing. Then you got the Tag Team Championships on the line at the Usos versus the New Day.
And then a 30-man Royal Rumble with the WWE Championship.
For the first time ever, the championship
on the line. So those are the matches that Don and I will be going down and giving our predictions for Friday. And Don, like I said, it was a good Royal Rumble. And,
Raw.
It was a good Raw.
It's all good.
I'm jumping ahead.
They had a great promo for the Royal Rumble. I thought that was
cool. That was.
They also had a great promo at the very beginning for Martin Luther King. I thought that was really nice as well.
That is true. Don, I said the 5 things I take away from Raw real quick would be that finally they have all the matches set for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So everybody know exactly what is going to be going down for the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch, the second was Becky Lynch tricking Charlotte, basically tricking Ric Flair into getting a Divas Championship with Charlotte. The third would be the devastation of the Wyatt family continues, and they're a good showing for these guys, and hopefully that ball keep rolling. The fourth is another stone wall being set right in front of Roman Reigns, the WWE Champion. Can he overcome it, and can he knock it down?
As number one.
Yeah, well, that's your number one. Mm-hmm. And my last is Jericho is definitely overrated. So that's my 5 things to take away from Raw. What would you rate it this Raw?
I'm going to rate it a 9. I like the fact of the build-up for this pay-per-view, and I thought they did a really good job of building it.
I agree with you, and I give it a 9 also. I enjoyed it. Like I said, without 2 hiccups. Other than that, Raw was on pace of becoming a good rated show this past Monday. So, guys, until then.
Until Thursday.
Till Thursday, SmackDown, we got Roman Reigns taking on the League of Nations.
And we got Dean Ambrose is going to be on Men's TV.
Along with Owens.
With Kevin Owens as well. Okay. So guys, remember on Friday to check us out. We will be posting our review on SmackDown. We will also have Rico's Rumor Report.
And we have What Do Don Thinks. And
we'll have predictions for Royal Rumble.
Until then, we out.
Latest.